So it's the 1st of May, and forget spring, we're here in full summer. It's just like baking. So what we thought we'd do today, from outside and then inside the Cocoa Runners HQ, is we're going to talk to you a little bit about how to store your chocolate. And it starts with not doing some things that you may think are pretty obvious. So we're in the Cocoa Runners kitchen, which, like most kitchens, it's got a microwave, it's got a kettle. Most people know if you're going to make a hot chocolate, they're both very useful, but chocolate bars are not where you want to go. There's another device here though, which is the fridge, which is also a real no-no for chocolate bars, even when it's very hot. In the UK today, May the 1st, it's pretty warm. You don't want to use a fridge for 3 reasons. One of which is, if you've got a very hot environment and it suddenly gets very cold, your chocolate bar is going to do what's called retempering. That's a technical, fancy way of saying it will move from one crystal structure to another. It'll move from the wonderful crystal structure 5, which is when chocolate melts in your mouth, to crystal structure 6, which is when it's bloomed, you've got the white stuff on the top, and no matter how hot you get it in your mouth, it's just not going to melt. It's not going to be that snap. So that's the first reason. Avoid sudden temperature changes. Secondly, fridges are very, very, very humid. And humidity is just like temperature changes. It causes bloom. The third reason is a little bit more subtle. It's that inside a fridge you've got lots of other stuff. And some of that stuff, depending on your cuisine, could be quite smelly. Those odours can easily get into your chocolate. So unless you've got a wine fridge, which you've cranked right up, or unless you're really in the tropics, fridges are no-no. But don't worry, we've got you covered, we've got a better solution. I've got here the latest Cocoa Runners box, and I'm gonna basically guess that you're gonna have some great chocolate bars too. And the question is, you know now not to put it in the fridge. So what are you gonna do with it? So if you're a subscriber, in your latest box, you should have got one of these. This is a Cocoa Runners branded pouch. You can put a couple of bars in it without any problems. And the great thing about it is it's airtight, and it's dark, and it's sealable. So what you do is you just put your bars in as you finish them, and you store it. And even though your bars are open, it'll keep going for quite a few bits of time. And you can buy these on our site too, and they're absolutely great. Now, if you don't have these, or if you've got lots of them, and you want to store your chocolate, the other thing to do is to think about just a simple Tupperware box. Glass boxes work absolutely well too. And then, all you've got to do is just find a nice place out the sun and stick it in a drawer, which the temperature's going to stay the same at, and just not worry about it. So, take your bars, put them in your Cocoa Runners pouch, put a couple of them in there, put the name on it so you remember what's what, put it in there. Bob's your uncle, they're going to stay good for a couple of weeks at least. You're going to be as happy as a lamb. And one last hint, on a hot summer's day, or a hot spring day, suck a bit of chocolate. If you suck a bit of chocolate and you just let it melt, what you're going to discover is that it cools you down. It works in the same magical ways. Basically, when you perspire, the evaporation cools you down. You're using the heat from your mouth with a piece of chocolate to cool yourself down. So having a piece of chocolate on a hot day, if you savor it, if you suck it, not only can you identify all those great flavor notes, but you can also cool yourself down. Enjoy.